Looking at our schedule for the year, we're going to start out playing immediately at UTSA against the Roadrunners. Then we're going to be coming back for our first home game of the season against the Ragin' Cajuns. We'll then go to play against San Jose State, have our first bye week, then see against FCS Southeast, otherwise the UGF Pandas. Then we got Jax State, another bye week, Mid Tennessee State, Liberty, Western Kentucky, UTEP, Sam Houston, FIU, Louisiana Tech, theoretically a bye week, and then the Conference USA Championship game. So hopefully we're able to win maybe close to half of these games. I want to say let's shoot for those 4 wins since this is Heisman difficulty. We'll see what we can get to. But, I mean, our conference is not that great in general, so hopefully it puts us in a position to win some of these games. So looking at the recruiting update, Trevor Thomas, just from offering a scholarship, we are first on his board already. Wow. Looking at the Heisman watch, we have Ollie Gordon at first. Then we have Shedeur Sanders, Quinshon Judkins, Travis Hunter, and Carson Beck are your top 5. Down here projected to be second from the bottom, which is fair since we are a new school. So Tyler Longo, we're gaining pretty good on him. Pretty even there with UO Monroe, but he is one of those ones where he's just kind of meh for us to be going all out on right now. I don't think is the move. We gained quite a bit of interest on Trevor Thomas. Adding that scholarship to us made us jump to first on his board, but again, I feel like he is someone that we could realistically want to have with that 90 speed, 90 throw power. Sounds like a solid person for us. Only issue is that he does not care about anything so far. We just have not figured out what it is, so we're gonna put points into him, but I'm gonna wait till the end to see if there's someone we need to put more points into. Robert Dove, I think unfortunately we're probably gonna have to remove him from the board. We don't know anything about him. We don't know how good he is. I mean, he's the #1 projected player on the board, but look how many scholarships and everything have been offered already, and Alabama is gaining a ton. So I think we're going to probably do the smart move here and take him off of our board. See now, Picasso Ruggs, he's one that I feel compelled that I could leave him on that board just because Arkansas is the only one who's gaining pretty well and they don't have a pipeline, which means they're probably going to be sending the house basically on him. And all the other people that have pipelines aren't gaining very much. So he sounds like he could be one that we try to go for pretty hard, potentially. And getting a 5-star. Over here, though, Daniel Hearns, that 5-star, he only has one other scholarship here with Nebraska. And they're just kind of gaining a little bit. So I feel like he's definitely one that we want to send the house on. We're going to do that, add action, and send the house. Lionel Riddell was one of those left outside linebackers that is a gem with an 89 speed. I think he's also one of those ones. There's a bunch of other scholarships on the board, but not very high for their pipeline. So I'm going to send the house on this guy because this guy sounds like another guy that would change our program. I feel like out of all these quarterbacks, I'm probably going to see about adding an action to Trevor Thomas since we're already first on his board. I don't feel like we need to do that much on him, but I feel like I'm going to do... Problem is we don't know anything he's interested in, so I need to find something. So we'll see about doing a contact friends and family. We'll DM Tyler Longo, see if we can just get a little bit more on this corner since we already know what he's interested in. But I feel like we have to be super aggressive with Stephen Britt. This is the guy, he's got some good abilities for us, mental and physical, and I really like his stats as a 4-star player, so I don't think it's out of reach yet. So I think we need to be aggressive now before we get behind. So we're going to send the house on Stephen Britt. And TJ Moses is another one of those players. He has some great abilities. I love his strength, impact blocking, all of his blocking stats. We're going to be aggressive with him, I think, and send the house. Same here with Picasso Ruggs. I think we have enough points left. I think we're going to send the house on him, too. I think now we're in a spot where we need to be looking at some of these players that don't have very many scholarships offered, like this Pat Azuma. He only has 1 scholarship, looks like, over here, so I'm going to add one since it's proximity to home, which is an A+. We're taking that because our proximity to home is much better than Tennessee. Another interesting one is this center. He only has 1 as well, so we're going to offer a scholarship to him. Wide receiver also, scholarship. I feel like I don't want to fall too far behind Tennessee, so I think I'm going to contact friends and family on him, even though I have not scouted him yet, just to use the last of our time. I'm also very interested in this free safety because he doesn't have anyone giving him a single scholarship. Oh wow, looks like we have a lot of things that could be interested in him. So maybe we should scout him. 87 speed's not bad. Winning time, he's kind of losing on some of the other stuff, so maybe I'll back off a little bit on that. And well, we just found a 4-star tight end that's 6'6" and has a deal breaker for playing time that we have A+ in and has not had a scholarship yet, so we'll add him to the board. So now to see what happened afterward, looks like Picasso Ruggs has reached his top 8, and we jumped up to 4th. That's awesome, actually. Stephen Britt, we jumped up to 3rd place on him. Okay. On Pat Azuma locked us out. He locked out to the last 8 schools. Lionel Riddell, though, made it to the top 8, and we are in there. But we got locked out of a lot of other people. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all the people who locked us out over the last week. Adding that tight end to the board is going to deal breaker him off of our list, so I'm gonna have to think about that, I guess. Yeah, I feel like I gotta take Quincy off the board, even though he's an A+ for playing time. The other one is the #1 tight end on the board, so I gotta remove him so it helps fix this, because I definitely don't want Matlock knocking us out just because of that. So we'll look at over the last week. Looks like we are gaining quite a bit on Tyler Longo, so I'm just gonna kind of let it ride there, the 10 points per week, because we're making a pretty good jump and we're still 1st place, gaining quite a bit, but so is Michigan State and Nebraska, so we're gonna have to either jump up to the higher tier on this, which we could do, but I kind of am gonna have to see what the other quarterbacks are like right now. But we definitely do not want to lose out on this guy, but we have not found anything that this man enjoys. Do you like anything, Trevor? Like, jeez, he doesn't care about the coach. He doesn't care about playing time, being close to home, his atmosphere. I don't know what he wants. Our problem is I don't think we're going to be gaining enough on Picasso here, because we just offered a scholarship and we've been sending the house. I mean, we have one thing going for us so far still, so I think I'm going to keep him on a little bit more, but we might be being knocked out pretty soon on this guy. We are gaining a ton on Daniel Hearns. This is fantastic. We should be passing Nebraska next week for him. And this guy's an absolute stud. Too bad he doesn't care about playing style. So hopefully he cares about playing time, and that would be excellent. Wow, we're gaining quite a bit on TJ Moses. Wow, he really shot up there. I mean, Ole Miss is gaining a lot too. Well, he likes program tradition, which we are terrible at. But I hope we can get this guy. I mean, the fact that we're gaining a lot of points is good. Jabari's been about the same since. Even Britt. This is our QB, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the QB we want. Mississippi State is gaining a pretty good amount on him. They also have that pipeline bonus, so that is going to be a solid thing, but they like athletic facilities, which we do not have, so we will leave him on for now because we need to figure out what else he likes. Feeling like we should probably start adding a little bit more of these scholarships on here. Lionel Riddell. Oof. They are gaining a ton on this man. He's not like proximity to home or program tradition. We're going to let him on just for his speed alone. I mean, that guy's going to be fantastic. Levon Angels, they're about to probably lock us out. He's a bust at this point as well, so it's not the worst thing in the world. They're also about to end that time. Kindred, I feel like we need to start adding some more points on Kindred if we're gonna want to get him. Pretty sure we scouted him, but maybe we didn't scout him. Nobody really gaining or doing anything with any of these guys. Part of me is for sure thinking here, if we don't get enough of a gain next week on Picasso Ruggs, I'm probably gonna have to unfortunately drop him from our board, because that 50 points could definitely be used elsewhere. But I think at this point, I think we need to offer probably a scholarship on this guy. We want to make sure that we keep them on our board, so we'll do a scholarship for him, and we'll do they're not really gaining too much, so we'll do a scholarship on Haskins as well. And I think we need to scout this tight end to see if we want him or not. Immediately losing quite a bit of mentals. I'll do one more on him. Yeah, all right, that's enough for me to see there. I think next we need to do the running back here. Go Road Dog, 89 speed. Player balanced arm bar. Alright, yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna add some actions here. Let's search his social media and also DM him. Just to get 15 in there. Round out the rest of it and see if we can get a little bit of points on him. Get a running back in here, which would be not too bad. We can add a couple more prospects to our board. So after we finished recruiting, we added the rest of the players on our board, and it is gonna be interesting to see how this goes the rest of the way down, because I would love to get some of those defensive linemen. Some of those 4 and 5 stars on this program would be a huge shift for us. But for now, that's going to end this episode. Next week, we are going to be playing against UTSA in our first game of the season in college football 25, and it's going to be a good one. So I'll see you guys in the next one.